Welcome to 2018, and if this is your first time tuning in to MoAction TV, thanks for joining us. And this episode is our word of the week, where we focus on one word and how it can increase our impact and significance on this earth. This week's word of the week is awareness, and today we really want to focus how, as we come into the new year, how we can be more aware and how that can influence our decision making and also our impact on this earth, and help us reach out to others and help continue to make ourselves grow as individuals. So today I'm gonna break this down into I think it's either 4 or 5 synonyms, and hopefully either my story or something resonate with you, and you can choose one of these 4 synonyms and try to make it your goal to increase either your influence or build yourself upon one of these words. So the first synonym is realization. Until you have a realization, you are not familiar of the problem that you're going through or something. And it's funny because until you notice something and you are aware and you accept it, that's when that problem truly exists into your world. And I know this because there's been countless of times where until I became aware of the problem, I didn't know it existed. For example, all of us probably had that one moment where something was stuck in our teeth, and we were walking around all of our days interacting with people and talking, and then one person comes up and say, "Hey Vante, you have something between your tooth." And then you start, fidgeting around trying to get it out. And sooner or later you get it out and you think to yourself, man, I've had this problem all day, and it wasn't until this kind lady told me, "Hey Vante, by the way, you had something stuck in your teeth," that problem was aware. And this can be in each of our lives. For example, if you're an alcoholic, you're not aware that you're an alcoholic until it becomes a life-threatening problem. So sometimes I know myself, I gotta really sit back and think and really reflect where I am at this state, because I want to have these realizations as fast as I can, so I'm continually growing and increasing my impact, my influence. And that's what I would like to challenge you. If you choose the word realization, hopefully today you have a realization. It's something that can either take you to the next level or take your motive, your dream, your action, your idea, and make it that much bigger. The next key, or the next synonym to awareness, is also understanding, because there's some things we may not have an understanding, so that awareness between a group does not exist. For example, as the millennials come through the workplace, I'm actually inside of my company, one of the young professional committee members that kind of look at and try to provide upper management insight into what we as millennials want. And what it's always challenging, and what you always find out, is that your company has the best mind for you. They want you to be successful. They want you to be, and they're trying to predict what you want. But my mom always once said, when I was at home and I got into trouble, and she said, "Man, Vante, why did you just speak up?" And her favorite words that I've always used to hear her say is, "Vante, you know a closed mouth do not get fed." And then every time she says that, now I want to be opinionated and get my idea out there, because you come to realize that if you're not putting it out into the world, it's not going to come back. And no one out there has this mind reading ability which they can help you as the individual grow. So maybe that's your word that you're going to choose to act on. You're going to help build an understanding with you, whether it's you and your coworker, you and your business partner, or you or in the world. You're going to have awareness, and some of us don't realize that we have the power to either be the initiative that creates change, or we have a voice. And what I'm actually writing in my book, that each of us have the power to actually speak a change. And that's because majority of the world is just waiting for us to give it and help solve problems. But until they know, or they have an understanding, so they not only have a realization, but now they understand where we're coming from, they can't help us. And that's what us as millennials of action, as leaders, we can do to help propel not only us, but our generation and generations to come, so that they could be in a world that we would respect and live and love to come about. So, which takes me to my third point. So next, my third point is familiarity. And it's funny because most of the time when we're going through a problem, I know myself included, I think I'm the only person going through that problem. And it's hard for me to go out and reach for help. And come to find out, he had that problem, she had that problem, and we each have these problems where we share, and that's part of being human, is there's problems around us at all times of the day. However, we keep those so inside of us and in our heads that we're not ready to speak it out into the world so that either someone can help our problem or we can go and find help. In fact, I was talking to one of my aunties yesterday as I was drafting up and telling her the frameworks of the book I'm writing, and she actually, what she does for full time is she helps serve people. And I was talking to my other aunties, they help serve people. So I come from this family that likes to help provide services to people, but it all starts by people making us aware of the problem so that we can help them, because naturally we want to help you connect with somebody of your problem. So maybe that's your word, that you're going to be the one that provides a familiar base, a connection with somebody so you can help them solve their problems. And then my favorite one, which after you come through a realization, you develop an understanding for a problem, and then you're familiar with that problem and other people like that, you can start dropping knowledge on people and being a mentor, coach, and help. When you see that problem existing to someone else, you can help get out there and help build upon it, help that person build up. Because that's one of the most beautiful things that we can do on earth, is help someone else. And that's one of the loves I focus on my book, because that's essentially what I love to do, help people grow. I think everyone's a hero in my book, and I'm just waiting to see them reach the next stage of their career, their life, whatever. And that's what we focus around Millennials of Action, is building the next wave of leaders that will take action and are not afraid to go and create change on a daily basis. So if that's you, please tell me what you're going to do this year, because this is 2018. This is a new, exciting year. We're waiting to see what you're going to do in this next 363 days of 2018. So that's all I have for you today.